Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, step right in, it's a funky display. Talking shit, today's the vibe we portray. No filters, no rules, just letting it flow. Strap in, folks, it's the shit show. Welcome to the shit show, buckle up tight. We're dropping raw truth, keeping it light.
Welcome back, X. We're here for number 8, the Ocho.
The Ocho.
Hell yeah.
And never forget, folks, if you can dodge a wrench,
you can dodge a ball.
That's right. And you were talking a whole lot about D's earlier. Not D's nuts. Talking about the 5 D's.
Got him.
Can you remind me what those 5 D's were?
Absolutely. Those 5 D's are going to be dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
And dodge. Because it's dodgeball, fuckers. It's important.
And it's dodge, not doge.
All right. So, I would like to say, welcome back. This is a fun episode. We've kind of been looking forward to this, to be able to riff on just silly stuff because, well, why not be silly, right?
Indeed.
Life is serious enough, so that's why we're allowed to drink alcohol, and ours is bourbon.
And again, I think I've said in previous episodes, they told me if you don't grow up by 40, you don't have to.
I agree with that. Speaking of growing up by 40, somebody had a birthday. And I gotta say, I have no idea
who that is.
But I can tell you that he feels awfully damn old reflecting on those things. I thought that we have some really fantastic things to talk through today, especially something we got to do just 2 weeks ago.
We had some fantastic friends that we met through TikTok.
That's right.
Through the bourbon community. And we had the pleasure of having them here in Central Florida.
Yep.
We had the pleasure of having them here at my home.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a whole gaggle of fuckers here.
We sure
did. A whole gaggle of fucking bottles. Good Lord.
Yeah, that was the first time I can say that I've been part of what we can probably call a bottle share.
We can say cross-state bottle share.
Yes. So we had a lot to try, and so let's talk about our guests of honor, so to speak. So very soon we'll be playing a segment that we recorded with them, but to set it up, we got the chance to spend the evening with Whiskey Odin
and Whiskey Witch
from
3 Witches Distillery
and Valkyrie Mountain Farms
in Tennessee.
And I've talked about Whiskey Odin in the past. And the absolute fantastic display that he makes all of his videos in front of, or most of his videos in front of.
Got a great bar.
That bar is fantastic.
We will be there.
We'll be there at some point. 8 shelves, stacked high, and the first 3 are dedicated to the ones they actually like. Everything else is just up there and vaulted. And dude gets a hold of some really amazing things.
He does.
And let me just say, Whiskey Odin is kind, inclusive, and enthusiastic to help. And Whiskey Witch, she is an absolute riot.
Oh, she's hilarious.
So
her face, her expressions when she drinks whiskey just tickles me.
Absolutely.
I swear to God, every time she took a sip or when I watch one of their videos, and her face, it kills me, man.
There is no lying there.
Nope.
She's as honest and forthright as it comes.
And the funny part is that she's a distiller of whiskey and bourbon. Well, it'll be whiskey, but you know what they say is all whiskey or all bourbon is whiskey, not all whiskey is bourbon.
Right.
I think that's what they say.
So, well, I will say that we had the fantastic opportunity to taste an offering of 3 Witches Distillery, and I will let the segment speak for itself.
Oh, yeah. Delicious.
But it was fantastic. I was glad to be able to be a part of it and to learn everything that we had the chance to learn from Whiskey Witch.
They were awesome people.
Absolutely.
Awesome people.
And as far as the rest of the evening goes, because we got the chance to record, and we'll play that later, may or may not sound fantastic, because by that point in time, we were having a lot of fun.
And we just threw on some clip-on mics, and we went for it.
Yep.
So it'll be a good listen.
It will be very good listen. And I hope people learn a lot, because I know I certainly did. But also had a chance to have a Blanton's that was 130 proof. And we've shit on Blanton's.
Oh, straight from the barrel.
Outright shit on Blanton's.
We defecated on Blanton's. Sorry,
And
Blanton's fans.
This is another level. And Whiskey Odin was right. He's like, you need to try this. This might change your mind.
And it did.
And the only way that I really can't agree is it didn't change my mind on the Blantons that I've had.
Oh, yeah.
But it opened up a whole new opportunity for a different Blanton's experience.
Well, it was an expression we never had.
Right.
And, we've had one or two with the single barrel and then the gold. But that straight from the barrel, that's a whole nother level, man.
Yeah. So that was pretty fantastic. And then even though I forgot the quote you gave, it was sucking on a goblin's butthole.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
So we got to lead into that one.
All right.
It was that, what was that?
Wyatt Earp. No. Hold on. Let's set this up properly. So Wyatt Earp, 13 years, a hazmat. A hazmat is anything over 140 proof. Well, 140 and over.
Yep.
This one clocks in at a whopping 165 proof. Actually, 165.4, I think. I've seen it reviewed by a lot of people, and it's always mixed. Some people love it. A lot of people don't. I think it's pretty clear to say in our setup here which camp on that side you're in.
Dude, that was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Not because it was hot. It just did not have good flavor. And when we poured it, I mean, the nose was all right.
Oh, geez. No, the nose burned. I'm going to throw that out there. No, it was...
All right. I was trying to give it some
If you can get past the ethanol that was there was a sweetness to the aroma. But you really had a lot to get through to get there.
And then you went to hand me the glass and said, "You want another sip?" And I believe, and I'm going to quote myself here, I'd rather suck on a rabid gorilla's asshole than take another sip of that.
Yeah. And matter of fact, Big Red, who was also part of the recording, and as much as we've
What's
talked
up, Big Red?
As much as we've talked about Big Red Whiskey, the fact that he was actually able to be a guest as well,
which we were thankful for.
Oh yeah, amazing! So that was awesome. He just poured what was given to him of the Wyatt Earp, poured into my cup, so it gave me the opportunity to have even more. So we did a little ticky talk of the review, and my favorite comment so far in that review is, "I'm proud of you that you took that with a straight face." So, but I'm okay with spicy in general. Like, how do I term it? I'm an idiot when it comes to hot stuff.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm okay with that. And it honestly, to me, I enjoyed it, and I would enjoy more. Now my next quote unquote dream hazmat is the Doc Holliday. So if I can find that.
Can I offer you some chocolate?
That's a story. Yeah. So here's the setup to chocolate. So Lumpy, if you don't know, has at one point in time pursued creating his own hot sauces. And he had, and probably still has, a bunch of super hot peppers, including Carolina Reapers, Ghost chilies, and others that he took the time to dry, puree into a fine dust, a little granulated, and he imbued those into some milk chocolate.
Hershey's milk chocolate, actually. So the yummy milk chocolate.
And something to understand about milk chocolate is it coats. There's a reason that you need to know that. Fast forward, as people know, we are dance dads. And we were at a point in which we were in between studios, or at least a home for the studio that we were a part of.
Hey, that's all right, all over you.
So we were practicing at a middle school gym. And Mrs. DeLumpsta said, "Hey, Lumpy's got something for you," and offers me a bag of chocolate. And when I say bag of chocolate, it wasn't like a giant bag of chocolates. No, it was 5 or 6 chocolates in the kind of same thickness and shape as a Reese's peanut butter cup.
They were little nuggets.
So, and she said, "He wants you to try these," because I'd already tried some of the other products that you had, like your hot nuts that you had, the Carolina Reaper dust.
These nuts?
All over the nuts.
Oh, yeah.
And I downed that bag the same day that I opened it. And I was like, yeah, they were okay. You know, not too spicy. And that usually makes people go, huh? So
They were fucking spicy.
again, idiot when it comes to spicy, and I'm self-admitting that. So she offered the chocolate, and I immediately opened it up, and I look. I'm like, this is well-conditioned chocolate, or however you call it. It had already melted through, had a good snap to it, like everything you'd want out of chocolate. Took the first bite. So the setup that I have as far as spicy things is, if you can last 10 minutes on something that's super hot, it'll go away before those 10 minutes are up. And so far, I was fine. I actually clocked that one, and it was about 7.5 minutes. And that bite went from pure fire in my mouth because, as I said before, milk chocolate coats. So as I chewed, coated the entirety of the inside of my mouth. Coated all the way down into my stomach as I was swallowing. So it's all over my tongue, all over the inside of my mouth. And by the way, I have nothing to drink. We're sitting here at practice in a middle school gym. There's one water fountain, and I don't think it was on.
You were just like, oh, what's it gonna
Sure,
hurt? A little
not
bit
a
of
problem.
chocolate, spicy, you know.
So this is where the idiot part kicks in. As if it's not idiot enough, the fact that I said, sure, I'll have Carolina Reaper infused chocolate. Who knows how much he actually put in there.
And by the way, that Carolina Reaper,
Mhm.
that was from the originator,
Oh, Smoking
Ed Curry.
Yep.
Thanks, Ed.
Yeah, that's and he's graduated well beyond Carolina Reapers now.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so I digress. So I had this nibble of chocolate, and I'll say it was a decent bite. I probably had 2/3 of the thing left, and I waited the 10 minutes, and it's gone. And I'm like, okay, so spice went away, enjoyed it. The chocolate was good. Let's just eat the rest of the fucking thing. Did I say idiot?
I think
I've mentioned that before, right?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay. So I went through, and it took about 30 minutes, and the Carolina Reapers hit my empty stomach like a freight train. I had nothing to vomit. I had nothing to crap out. I had nothing but pain and cramping in my stomach. So my wife thought that I had disappeared into the bathroom because I had to use it. I was in there so I could suffer in silence. It was awful. Now, mind you, it tasted good, and I would do it again, which I still have 4 more of those chocolates.
You still have them?
I still have them. I know exactly where they're at. So I will have you have some of that chocolate with me.
Nope.
And we will do that together, Lumpy.
You can go fuck yourself.
Episode 100.
Okay, if it happens.
If.
And then again.
When. No. Wrong language, sir. When it happens.
When it happens, I'll make a fresh batch because that chocolate will probably be bad by then.
So, yeah, that was an incredibly rough night. So, anywho, that's the story about my idiocy when it's spicy stuff, and that's not the only story. There's been more since and more before, but that's just, my palate does not hate pain, and I don't know if that really translates to the hazmats that I've enjoyed.
Yeah.
I've had hazmats which were just trash, and to me, the Wyatt Earp just wasn't trash. I actually did enjoy it, and Leo's down here on TikTok has a relatively known review of Wyatt Earp, and that was one of the first reviews that I saw, and she had said before in her review that she didn't like it when she first tried it, but then liked it plenty afterwards. So that was one of the things that inspired me to try to get a hold of it. And Whiskey Odin, thank you, bud. You brought it. You said, hey, I've got it. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring a couple other hazmats. He likes things on the hotter side too.
Yes, he does.
So that was fun. We had a Buckner's 14-year. That was 145.7.
That was better.
I want to say. Oh, sure. That had more flavor to it. But it wasn't the 165. And I have heard tale of a 176 that's out there. So
well, that Buckner's, that again, it had better flavor.
Sure.
Like you just said. I didn't feel like I was giving a rabid gorilla a rim job.
I think we need to coin that phrase. I think that's got to be like trademarked. Like somebody work on that now.
I like that.
So it's and don't forget to check us out on our socials. So
yes,
more
please.
advice that we keep getting, and I'm loving the fact that people are listening to the podcast and willing to share their best practices. So off the rip, find us on TikTok.
Like,
follow, comment, share.
Oh, yeah.
Tell everybody, fucking spam everything. Let everybody know.
And support the bourbon community. We need these content creators to get their day in the sun. Get out there, man. Say hello, comment, like their posts.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So, and of course, share. There's a lot of really great content out there, and I'm finding even more podcasts to be inspired by. So however you like to consume media, whether it's in long form like this or it's in short form like in TikTok, it is absolutely something that you should do. And for a lot of creators, this is kind of becoming their staple. They're trying really hard to make this their livelihood. Thankfully, this shit show doesn't care.
No.
So if we make something out of it, we make something out of it, and that's awesome. If we don't, we don't, and that's going to be okay too.
Hey, we have fun doing this.
For sure.
We get together, have a couple pours, and just talk shit today.
Absolutely. And we had just an amazing amount of fun at what I'll call a bottle share with Whiskey Odin, with Whiskey Witch, and with Big Red Whiskey.
Big Red Whiskey. What's up, fool?
Yeah, and I think we had 15 bottles over here in total. Some
Yeah.
You had, some I brought, some they brought, some Red brought. It was awesome. We got to try a product out of a distillery that's not out there yet.
Indeed. We had a true unicorn.
Yes, absolutely. So, and that batch, we may never try that again. That may never exist again in history. So,
well, it won't actually, because you think about it, they're not going to launch it for another year,
right?
So it's going to age for another year. So what we had will never be had again unless they've bottled some of that and put it aside. So X.
Yes, sir.
By the time some or most people start to hear this podcast of ours here that we've recorded, we're going to be moving into the Thanksgiving time of our year. There's going to be a lot of people.
Gobble your wobble.
Yeah. Gobble, gobble, bitches. People are going to have Thanksgiving. They're going to have friends over. They're going to have family coming in, family coming over. It's going to be a lot of good times, I hope, for most people.
Sure.
Some people don't have a terrific time at Thanksgiving,
True.
But we hope they all have a fantastic time. So we were starting to, off the mic here, talking about food and all the things that people might be serving at their table. You got any takes on that?
Takes. So I think we're maybe talking about what can be the ideal Thanksgiving menu. First off, I'm seeing a lot of things that are saying, what can I do besides turkey and ham? I, for one, am in the camp that I love the tradition. I grew up, there were two very traditional times a year for us, Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And so there was always something to it, and it was always family-oriented. We would go over to someone's family's house. We rarely ever hosted them, but we would go to my grandparents' house or an aunt's house or someone else's house, but it was always some family member. And there was always turkey every single time. Now, and they would have comparisons on whose turkey was better. The golden crisp to the skin, was it nicer or better? So I do believe that a turkey should always be done. I don't mind there being a ham.
Well, I hope the turkey's done.
Well, of course. I mean, present and accounted for at the meal. And then I think your classic sides like a stuffing, although stuffing can be pretty damn controversial. So,
oh yeah,
where are you at in your stuffing? Do you like the breadier stovetop out of the box? Or do you like the day-old, stale, gelatinous puke that a lot of people will put together with too many onions?
Well, neither. I make my own stuffing.
So what's your flavor of stuffing? That's what I'm getting to.
But typically, when we do stuffing here, I make obviously there's bread because that's the number one ingredient in the stuffing.
Sure.
I make a roasted garlic and mushroom with shallots.
Okay.
And
let's not forget what kind of cook you were.
Formerly classically trained in French fine dining, so I learned how to make stuffing the right way. Now, I can't say I haven't stooped to a low and did stovetop.
Hey now.
But now, don't get me wrong, it's a good staple and it works. So yeah, I mean that's the route we go to. I don't want to sound so bougie, but we're thinking about doing another stuffing this year. It's going to have fig and probably the roasted garlic still in mushrooms.
Okay. So
Stuffing doesn't...
mildly sweet,
Yeah.
mostly savory.
Absolutely.
So for me, my favorite stuffing comes right out of a box, and I'm okay with that.
Right on.
I am a texture person, or I was, especially as a kid, and my mom's, probably my grandmother's too, stuffing was that I described before. Although if she hears this, sorry, Mom, I never liked it. It was wet, a little bit sticky, and I don't know how bread, deliciously dry, crispy, crunchy, turned into becoming Jell-O-like. So that
sounds awful.
It was awful from a texture perspective. Now, I have had stuffing like it since, and it's got a lot of flavor to it. So it's got a flavor explosion because of how it concentrates the flavors and the way it's cooked. But it's because it uses all the fat and all the liquids that bring it together to form that kind of gelatinous texture.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just not a fan. And that's controversial. It is in my wife's house as well. Her mother makes that same vomitous, gelatinous, oniony stuffing, which honestly doesn't taste bad, but I just don't like the texture. And she kind of shits on us, not literally, but she shits on the idea of getting stuffing out of a box because it doesn't take effort and there's not, grandma's touch on the stuffing.
Like I put my foot in
it. Right. So I'm as far as stuffing goes, I think it's great to have traditional things. I think your side dishes can run the full gambit. I think there should always be some sort of a potato-y dish. I love a good, smooth smashed potatoes. I like mine dirty. Put the skins on, please.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm good with that. You can roast potatoes. You can roast carrots and all the root vegetables that go along with it. I think that's fine. So I'm very much for the menu traditionalist, I guess you would say. Now, how to cook the turkey? I don't mind it roasted. I don't mind it smoked. I don't mind it deep fried. Matter of fact, deep fried can be some of the best, or 5 minutes longer, the worst.
Well, I gotta say, being the cook in the house, for exception of a couple of the sides or trimmings on the side, it's the one day of the year that I don't have to cook. My wife insists that is her jam. So she has her own recipe that was handed down to her by her father.
Okay.
It is a roasted turkey in the oven.
Sure.
It's marinated. We brine it, of course, first.
I do not, but I understand why.
And then she takes over from there.
Anything special about the brine?
I can't tell you that. I'd have to kill you. I can say it's marinated in some beer.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of a malty sort of flavor that goes into it. I gotta say, it's truly amazing.
Okay.
My wife does a really good job.
Well, save some turkey for me, and I'll be happy to share my thoughts.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm with you on the potatoes. There's got to be a potato product in there, as far as the starch. It's funny. I'm a gringo. I'm married to a Latina. So there was always conflict on Thanksgiving. So,
Sure.
I bring the traditional side of things. They bring the Latin sort of thing. So there's always like rice and beans.
Sure.
Potatoes. And, they always try to say, well, why don't you do the white thing? And I'm like, what do you mean, the white thing?
The white thing. I love that.
Yeah, the white thing. And I'm like, what's that? They were like, well, aren't you going to make green bean casserole?
Oh, don't shit on green bean casserole.
Well,
that's a staple, and it's awesome.
Hang on.
Come on now.
So I have done my own take on green bean casserole, not your typical green bean casserole, because I like green beans, but I don't like mushy fucking green beans.
Okay. So you go with not julienne, but French cut.
French cut. Well, I use fresh green beans.
Okay.
Like literally, I pick them. Pick the
You
stems.
go out to the garden. You look for the right ones. You pick them out. Yeah. Snap the tops.
How'd you know?
I figure.
So I use fresh green beans because that's really the only way to do it.
Sure.
And of course, It's all fresh ingredients. We use shallots and, fresh garlic and heavy cream. And so it's a little bit different on the green bean casserole than you would find in most people's tables.
Oh, I get it.
So when it comes to food, I'm a little bit snobbish.
You are, and that's okay. I've been well fed over here. So, and what's interesting for me is that this will be the first year in which I will be mainly focusing on proteins and pickles.
So General X is going to snort turkey, people.
I'm snort turkey. We'll
be cutting him lines of turkey.
I will see what I can do. So, and I think before we close this out, let's pretend for a moment you could not find a ham, you could not find a turkey. What would be your main protein that you would bring to a now new, non-traditional, even if all the sides were traditional, Thanksgiving?
I've done this.
Okay.
It would be a pork shoulder.
You'd bring a pork shoulder, so still a pork product, not a brisket.
Nope.
People are saying on the interwebs that they would look for some sort of brisket or rib roast.
Okay.
I think rib roast more from like a Christmas perspective for some reason, but rib roast is a good choice.
For me, when you talk about Christmas food, it's 100% go right to ham.
Okay.
Because in my house, growing up as a kid, we had turkey on Thanksgiving.
And honey ham.
Well,
spiral honey ham, right?
Or at least, if not spiral ham, because they didn't have spiral hams when I was a kid.
Okay.
There was no such thing.
Did they even have hams when you were a kid? Come on. That was a long time ago.
I know I'm old.
You had to go through, open the ice box, hopefully things didn't melt and mold up, and I got you. Did you get it out of the preserve bucket or what?
All right. We're good with that, fucker. But, so yeah, it was turkey Thanksgiving, ham on Christmas, and ham on Easter.
Yeah.
Some places, some people, some families, they do both. They do ham and turkey.
Sure.
Depending on, and we've done that here too.
Yep.
I've done a whole ham, and I've done, we've done turkey at the same time. And so we've had, again, a couple of years, I slow cooked a pork shoulder.
Yeah. When we do it for ourselves, we don't try to feed the neighborhood. So we usually will pick. And my favorite that we've done alone is the front half of the turkey only.
The front half?
Yeah, where they trim out. It's just white meat. So it's all it is just two giant turkey breasts that are still attached to the carcass, and they carve out the legs, they carve out the back. It's just, that's all it is, and that you roast that, and it was so good. But we also
you lost me there. I'm a dark meat guy.
I love dark meat, but this turned out fantastic.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, and also in the roaster, I roast breast down.
I was just gonna say, when you're roasting a turkey, is it breast up? Breast down.
Because I do appreciate the crisp of the skin, and I understand the ambition to make it go that way, but I like the flavor better. And there's a lot of tricks you can do to take crispy skinned roasted turkey and make it juicy. Your marinade, your brining, your infusing. I'm a simple person when it comes down to it. I just use butter, usually 4 sticks of butter, in between the skin and the meat, and salt, pepper. That's all I ever do for my turkeys. And no one's complained yet. But I will flip that bitch right around and make sure that the dark meat fat is draining into the white meat.
So, X, I think we have sort of rounded with the Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think we've got...
Menu?
Thanksgiving. I think we agree for the most part, what that perfect menu looks like. A little bit of riffing here and there as far as what will be on the sides and maybe how it's cooked.
I can't forget about the bacon and balsamic Brussels sprouts.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
With pecan.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's the vegetable usually that hits the table.
I'm sure. So my favorite side dish that I brought, because we typically go to people's houses rather than do it ourselves, and I did bacon-wrapped jalapeno pepper stuffed pickles.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was an absolute hit. Pain in the ass to make, but it was an amazing hit.
To wrap anything with bacon's a bitch.
Well, yeah, and especially pickles, because they're not quite the best medium to do that.
Yeah, not really.
So it's simple enough to explain. You make a jalapeno popper, you take a jalapeno, you dice everything up, mixy, hollow out a pickle, put the cream filling with the jalapeno dice.
So it's reverse. It's not a stuffed jalapeno. It's a stuffed pickle.
The pickle is stuffed.
So you take
with everything jalapeno popper. You can put it in boats, or you can do the whole thing.
Okay.
Wrap it up in bacon and then throw it in the oven so that the bacon crisps up.
I've done that sort of without the pickles, but smoked jalapeno.
Yeah.
Wrapped with the bacon in the smoker.
Yeah, I got to say, adding the pickle to it gave it a huge balance.
Oh, I get it.
So, because you had all that savory, and then you put the sour in there with the saltiness and a little bit of sweetness from the pork.
X, I'm fucking hungry.
It was great.
I'm hungry.
And that is something that I probably would eat.
So I think you had a story.
Yes.
So tell us about that. Let's unpack that one.
Yeah. So it's a brave move there, Cotton. So I think that as you're talking about Thanksgiving, that the tradition that we also had was we would get together with friends after the Thanksgiving.
It's a Friendsgiving.
And have Friendsgiving,
sure.
Right? And as Friendsgiving is kind of a tradition if you participate, as it is for us, because we don't have any immediate family around us. So we spend our Thanksgivings at friends' houses, or we do our own thing sometimes, or we host people who are also away from family. It's kind of what we've done.
It's your family.
Mm-hmm. So Friendsgiving. So I was doing a little bit of looking up on Friendsgivings and stories and whatnot, and I came upon a story that I have to share.
Please.
Now, am I the asshole? It's
Days.
already a shtick. Right? It's already out there. And no, I'm all the time an asshole, so I'm good there.
That's why I like you.
This is... You like my asshole?
No, I don't.
Why not? What's wrong with it?
Never seen it, don't care to see it. Let's move on. Fuck you and the boat you flew in on.
A gorilla's rim job. How about that? So, am I the asshole? The Hazmat at Thanksgiving edition.
Oh. All right.
So
let's go.
It fits what we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, twofold. I'm talking about hazmats. And I think, as you know, a hazmat is not always the cheapest product to come by.
No.
And so, as we think our way through, you may identify with this person here. So here goes, and I'm going to do my best to read. This year, I got invited to Friendsgiving. Normal setup. Everybody brings food. Everybody acts like they're thrilled to be there. And someone always shows up with a casserole that tastes like hot glue and regret. I decide that I'm going to bring something special. Not wine, not beer, but a hazmat. This is the kind of bottle that you don't just pour, you introduce. I set it on the counter. Oh, and immediately people drift towards it like moths to a flame that could absolutely fail a breathalyzer. Everything is going fine until Kyle shows up.
Fuck you, Kyle.
There's always a Kyle. Kyle walks over holding a red Solo cup and says, "Hey, do you have Coke?" I think, you mean as a chaser? Nope. This man wants to mix Coke with my hazmat. Like, it's no big deal. Like, he isn't about to commit a felony against bourbon. So, I try to go polite. Hey man, I really prefer this one to be sip neat. It's kind of a special bottle. Fair?
Fair enough.
Kyle looks at me like I just kicked his family dog. Dude, it's just bourbon. Let me enjoy it how I want. Oh. And listen, normally, fine. Drink it however you want. It's up to you. But this was an expensive bottle that drinks like fire, and Velvet had a baby.
I like that one.
When the host chimes in with, well, you did bring it to share. Thought I was going to get some backing here. I'm standing there thinking, yeah, to share, not to watch somebody murder with cola. So, compromise. I pour Kyle 1 ounce neat and I say, try it like this first. If you still want Coke after, go for it. Kyle takes the glass, takes a sip, immediately makes the face that people make when they realize adulthood is 70% emails and 30% wondering why my back hurts. And then, I swear, walks straight to the sink and adds tap water to his hazmat. Like it's nothing. like he's performing a goddamn baptism. At that point, the room basically split into two camps. Camp, let people drink it however they want. And camp, don't fucking destroy the expensive bottle. People are arguing like it's the final round of the presidential debate. And I just am standing there holding the cork like I might cry. Now, half the group thinks I'm being pretentious. The other half thinks that Kyle should only be allowed near Fireball and training wheels.
Okay.
So, am I the asshole for not letting someone put Coke into their hazmat at Friendsgiving?
Wow. Well, I would say, first of all, Kyle needs to go get his own bottle of the old number 7.
Fireball and training wheels.
That's funny. That's funny, bud. I don't even know how to put that. That's a riot.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, he shouldn't have brought that bottle out.
Okay.
Without some lead-in instruction. Like example, this is a hazmat.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be drank straight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll give you the benefit of some ice, maybe a couple of drops of water, not a baptism.
The tap water baptism. I'm shuddering just thinking of the vision of somebody taking a great pour.
But what do we always say? The best drink for you is what's in your glass.
Right, but I appreciate he's trying to tell a story, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can make a pour, and the pour is a whole event. It's an epic tale, an ode to someone's creativity. And the bouquet that opens up in your mouth, the heat, the flavors, everything as it comes together, to be ruined by city water.
Nothing like chlorine and, all the other minerals that go along with it that get introduced into it. I would say for me, Kyle's the asshole.
I think Kyle is an asshole. Yep.
So I'll leave it at that.
Perfect.
General X here checking in with you. I just wanted to go ahead and set this up a little bit different. If you've made it this far, then you know that this is not the normal format that we have. And the reason for that is we did recording in a different location because we were able to participate with some good friends in a bottle share. So I'd like to go ahead and set up the segment that introduces the Whiskey Witch, Whiskey Odin, Three Witches Distillery from Valkyrie Mountain Farms. Let's get into it.
Hey, X. Welcome back.
Lumpy. Welcome back to the Ocho, man.
Season 8.
You know
Episode
what?
8. Ocho was Season 8,
It will be Season 8 at some point in time. But you know what? We have special guests today.
Let's talk about it.
Let's get into it. So, Lumpy, what's in your glass?
Well, today, we first of all, let's introduce our guests, too.
Yes.
Please say hello to Whiskey Odin and Whiskey Witch.
Yes.
Hello.
So, Valkyrie Farms.
Valkyrie Mountain Farm, yep.
Valkyrie Mountain Farms and Three Witches Distillery.
Yep.
So, and on TikTok, of course, Whiskey Odin, Three Witches. This is one of the people that I have been following on TikTok pretty much since I got into bourbon. And I have to say, it's been an absolute treat to connect with you.
Thank you.
And we've been hosting
Likewise.
you for
Indeed.
dinner. And we get to have in our glass today.
If I may,
Yes.
I'd like to pass the mic to the Whiskey Witch
There you go.
to let her tell us
Introduce what's in our glass.
What is in your glass is a 4-year project of diligence.
Love it.
This is our first to-market brew. This is what we have experimented with and worked with for quite some time. And try it out. This is brewed right there in Tennessee, and local products, local grains. Very hard worked on mash bill with Nick King, of course, who is a master distiller in his own right, and
Awesome.
has taught me so much. I can't even.
Where
begin
did
to
you
tell
meet Nick?
So at my house. So Nick and I became friends. He came over to the house to, we met through a mutual friend to do some things, and he found out that I was a, kind of a kitchen distiller.
Love that.
And yeah.
That's the official title.
Yeah, that's the official title. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll call you the KD.
Yep. And he's a little bigger distiller than me. So we started talking, and anybody that knows me knows that I want to like bourbon. I really do.
So I've heard.
I really do. And I couldn't find anything that really, women's tastes are different.
Sure.
We just are. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Mhm.
And I wanted to create something that was for women. And men would appreciate and men would enjoy, but could enjoy it with women as well. So something very unique and very different. So if you guys want to go ahead and give her a
Awesome.
try.
And then let me also throw out there, we've got Big Red Whiskey with us.
Hello.
What's up, Big Red?
Yes, the elusive Big Red. I've lost count, but I think it was somewhere 10 to 12 times I've been mentioned but never featured.
Yeah, so
And yet here you are.
And here I am.
There you
and
are.
for our very first episode that we have guests, not only do we not have to figure out how to do it remotely, but we've been able to get them here in person. So thank you all for making the trip.
Oh.
It has been our pleasure. This has been an absolute
And it's
blast with
good to
guys.
meet you all. All of y'all too. So this is exciting for me as well. When I heard this was happening, I was like, I need to be there for this one. If I'm not going to be on until this would be a good time to be on for the first time.
Absolutely.
Well,
All right.
Well,
So-
you guys.
Let's go around the room. X, what's your take on this?
Well, I haven't tasted it yet,
Well, get
so
down,
why are you
buddy.
trying to push me around? Why don't
Well,
let's
later, let's
let's
start
get
with
Big
Big
Red's
Red.
take on it because I've been watching him smell it.
I have been smelling. I have been getting the nose on this, and it's sweeter than you would think it was, but it is a very dark color, and
Great
I
color.
like that color. So the sweetness is actually not too surprising when you look at the color on it.
And the legs on this,
The legs
goodness, they are
very
sexy.
long, but it also finishes extremely long. Like this will stick with you for a little while in a good way.
I love the color.
it is.
That is,
This is a dark, deep color.
I
Mhm.
can't recall a whiskey or a bourbon, whatever you want to call it, that has had this rich of a color. Forgive me when I say this.
Go ahead.
It's almost brown.
Yeah, this isn't even
It is not an amber. It
Right.
is almost brown.
This
Which is fine.
So
Don't get
when
me
you
wrong.
say brown
We're
juice,
getting that.
yeah,
Brown, that's right.
this is
brown.
brown juice,
There's very few that aren't aged over 13 years that has that color.
right?
Yes.
It really is.
And-
Yeah, the
and
last one
we're
I've
using
seen.
a lot of math and a lot of science, but much smaller barrels
Yes,
in order to get this in such a rapid pace.
and that it speeds the process,
it
right?
absolutely speeds the process.
Yeah, this is a color that matches some of the extremely high aged bottles I have at
Mhm.
home.
and that we were very particular, and we tried several times with several different things.
Okay,
We were very particular.
what batch is this?
This is our first.
I love
it.
it.
This is
Mhm.
our first.
Not bad for your first try.
Well, the first complete ready for market. The rest I
Okay.
wouldn't share with anybody.
And it's an
It's
honor.
like we threw that stuff away. We don't talk
The-
about that stuff.
I
You don't
had.
talk about Bruno.
Well,
Right.
let me tell you, I really did a screw up. This is very funny, and you guys will probably get a big kick out of this, Nick and I. So, you guys know I'm big into local products,
Hmm.
and we live in one of the poorest economic counties in Tennessee.
Okay,
And we wanted to use things that were local, that our local people could grow
sure.
and contribute to the distillery. And I don't care if it's grandma who can, grow 2 bushels of corn in her
Sure.
backyard, right?
Sure.
Because Dickel is very big where we are. We're
Mhm.
right close to Jack Daniels, but Dickel buys the majority of white corn
Okay,
out
In-
there
in Tennessee.
In Tennessee.
So the Tennessee white corn. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
they're
So-
buying all of it, like literally all of it.
do you do the Tennessee finish on this too with the
No.
charcoal and all
no,
that?
we
So
do
you
not
do your
use
own.
the Franklin County.
No, we
finish.
don't really.
No.
Got it.
No.
Okay.
So this is not a Tennessee whiskey.
I'm not a
This is
Tennessee whiskey
This is
fan.
not. This is
This is a bourbon.
This is the bourbon.
This is a bourbon. So, but we wanted to use local products that people could grow in their backyard to economically lift up our
Sure.
community. And like I said, I don't care if it's grandma; she can grow me 2 bushels. We're paying for them,
That's great.
and
Right on.
that's one of the things that we're trying to do. So all of our grain bill is coming from local sources, and it's very small right now, but we hope to grow that to be a lot bigger.
Well, here at
I-
Talking Shit Today, one thing we're definitely all about is one small business,
Yes.
and we're all about local.
Indeed.
And that
And a
for
great
us,
story.
just made the flavor of this that much better
Well, I hope
because there's more to it on the
So,
backside
I-
and the story side.
Yeah.
So I promised I would tell you guys how badly I screwed up. So,
Oh, let's go.
all right. So in that local thought process, I know you guys in Florida are having some real problems with orange trees,
Oh yeah.
disease of orange trees. And
Canker.
orange wood, being in construction, orange wood is not good for anything after it dies.
No, it
you
really
can't
isn't.
build with it. You can't carve with it. You can't do anything really with it. So what we wanted to do, and I have a batch of it still at home. What we wanted to do was actually add orange wood to our filtration system and run
Really?
this through orange wood to add that flavor profile. So we did this.
And it's
And
black.
It's dark. There's a lot of smoke in it.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick spent a lot of time making orange toothpicks. I'm just going to tell you. A lot of time making orange toothpicks. So we did it. And we really liked it. It really took on a smoked old-fashioned flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
However, there's a problem. So we found out after the fact that orange wood tannins are really not good for you.
Oh, no.
Who
But-
knew?
But I will tell you, you can drink a lot of it and nothing happens.
And nothing happens.
It's fine.
You guys can tell us that first.
I can.
Oh,
But
you know,
But
from
I
first-hand
don't.
experience?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't
And
think
when
they're
you-
going to let us bottle.
And
that
when you
with our
guys make it our way, we do have it at the bar.
I love it.
So when I
love it.
say that this has been a 4-year process, this has been a 4-year process.
But that's
Now, if
learning.
we can look, I have hope. I have hope. If we can find a way in the future to make orange wood work for us, we are going to do it because I feel like reusing that product would be fantastic.
And you
That's
say
awesome.
that
It's very good.
It's an abundance of it, and it does something good with it.
And I've lived in Florida pretty much my whole life. Not quite, but almost, since I could walk.
Right.
Yeah, I can't think of too many things that I've come across in my day where orange wood has been used by anybody.
Right.
You take the fruit off, eventually the tree dies, they
Mhm.
cut it down, they remove it, they plant another one.
Correct.
Yep.
I've never, maybe mulch. Maybe.
They are using orange wood now in smoking for like fish
Okay.
Okay.
and things like that.
Okay.
Well, I know you can drive. You go out to Lakeland County, or out in Lakeland, even down to Osceola counties.
Mhm.
There's fields, hundreds and hundreds of acres
Yes.
of just canker-ridden dead trees.
Yes.
Sure.
I just
Yeah.
did this a couple of weeks ago, and
Yes.
I was like, I couldn't believe.
So
Uh-huh.
we're doing some testing now, and,
Okay.
and we're trying to figure out when those tannins will go away and how it works, and and really, it's going to take some scientific testing, and it may be down the road. But it's my hope that we can do something with it.
So, Lisa, tell us where you messed up.
Well, I messed up because the tannins in it could be very bad for you.
I was only. We knew this.
They're not. But
So-
you know,
Yeah, he says they're not. He says they're not. He says he's fine. He drank a gallon of it. It's fine.
I've probably had a gallon of it.
Okay.
Yeah. But we need
In a
disclaimer
sitting,
on
but
it.
yeah. No.
All right. So, X, you've had a sip.
I have had a sip.
Let's give us an update on
Well,
what you're.
I have to
sipping on.
say, first and foremost, I've never tasted anything like this, and I mean that in the best possible way.
Agreed.
So I have had some total shit that I've never tasted anything like that before, and this is not that. This is the polar opposite.
Yeah.
So the nose to me doesn't match what's on the palate. The palate itself is, I want to say, it's a little less fruity, and the flavor that just keeps hitting me in the face over and over again is this hickory smoke. And I think that's the most interesting thing I've tasted in a whiskey out of any whiskey I've ever had. So that's what continues to stay with me. It is not hot. I think I know the proof, but I'll wait for that. This is something that we have. It's smoother than it should be. It is finishes a lot longer than pretty much anything I've had before. And I've had some pretty high-end things that really stick with you for a good long while. No, this is probably the longest finish I've had. So I would say this is something that everyone, once you bring this to market, easily needs to have on their shelf, hands down. And I'm not just blowing smoke. This is
Yeah.
really good.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And Nick thanks you.
Mm.
So, I'm going to second a few things that the general said here. We already talked about the color. I'm going to talk about the finish. The finish is probably one of the best, longest, and endearing finishes I've ever had in a pour. You guys got a winner here.
Thank you.
I'm sure time
Mhm.
will make this even that much better. You guys are talking possibly 2026 for the launch
October.
or bottling.
We're shooting for October
It would have
2026.
been
Okay.
sooner had our government
So a year?
cooperated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like forever.
Sure.
Yeah, we're just literally waiting on licensing and our government to reopen.
Yeah.
Our
Gotcha.
attorneys, everything is a step and a process. And a
Well,
step and a process.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to try this in a year. If it's this good now,
Sure.
And
the best things come with age, right?
one of the greatest things that we've already done
Mhm.
is we already have direct to consumer. So
Okay.
everyone in 47 states will be able to buy this
That's awesome.
and have it shipped directly to their house. So even if it's not in liquor stores, you will have it right to your house.
That is
And
That's
I can
excellent.
I can attest, having purchased things from Tennessee, you can absolutely ship here.
Yeah.
We're okay with that.
Well,
we know it.
We have a distributor that's going to be doing it for us, and they are licensed in 47 states. So
That's
just
awesome.
To direct ship.
So
That's
how
awesome.
did you go about the process? So I've learned a little bit more about the business side of bourbon. How did you go about the process of finding a distiller that you would be happy to work with?
Okay. So...
Or distributor, sorry, not distiller.
Okay, so, well, that's where we did some different things.
Okay.
So we are our own distributor. We went and got our distribution license.
Nice.
Oh, perfect.
Now, every license has to be held by somebody different, but
Sure.
our distributor is our distributor. So we have one that holds the distribution. We do our own distribution, so we don't have that middleman to deal with.
Okay.
And that, believe it or not, we're following a lot of steps that Penelope followed.
Okay.
If you know anything about Penelope, different than us because we do, distill our own. But Penelope went ahead and they picked barrels and they got their distribution license and they put liquor in the back of their car and they ran around and just
marketed
started selling.
Yep.
That's
right?
awesome.
Cool, man.
Old school, and I believe in
That's
old
the
school.
KFC story.
Yes,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
old school.
That's
I'm
the
that
KFC
girl.
store and Blue Moon.
Yes.
It's very similar.
Yes.
Yep.
And I like old school.
By
So-
the way, second sip, front of the palate, chef's kiss.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
Very nice.
So we decided to go that route.
Mhm.
Now, as far as distiller, our distiller is going to be a local distiller.
Okay.
He's a moonshiner.
Nice.
All right. So I know you like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
that's our background. He's a moonshiner. So for moonshine, we don't want to go big batch just yet. And some of these big batch distilleries, like Bardstown, we've met with Bardstown. I love those guys. God, I love
Sure.
those guys. And they will be doing our bottling.
Nice.
Oh, right on.
Okay. So Bardstown will be doing our bottling, and then we will be distributing, and then we have another company that will be distributing direct to consumer.
Did you get to select your bottle yet?
We're working on that right now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really
that's
cool.
amazing. I love that.
That's
It is
fun.
a cool process. There's so many things that I didn't know about to consider. It's interesting too. So you want these to be able to be in a bar. So
You're right.
you want them easy to pour for a bartender.
Sure.
You don't want them to take up too much real estate in a liquor store.
Mhm.
Sure.
You want them to be eye-catching and you don't want them to get
Sure.
lost on a shelf. And there are so
Lot to
many
think about.
aspects to this bottle thing.
And you don't want them to be over the top either,
right.
right? Because
Right.
you don't want to be
You don't want it
gimmicky.
gaudy.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't
You
want
don't
to
want
got it. You still want to maintain elegance.
Sure.
Like there are so many things. Now the Three Witches logo, as you see, and people ask me about the Three Witches. And we can talk a little bit about that real quickly. So that is my ode to women.
Okay.
So,
Love women.
and I'm glad you do.
I do. Very much so.
Consensus goes across the board.
Well, good. And whatever you love, I'm happy with that too.
Yes.
So now this is debated throughout history and it can be heavily debated by others. I just did a video on this on TikTok. I don't know if you guys caught it on Three Witches, but back in the day, and we're talking, medieval times prior to the witch trials.
Medieval times.
Medieval times. Prior to the witch trials, women were your distillers.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to do some fun stuff here. So women were your distillers. And when they would go to market in town, they would wear pointy hats.
Oh,
So-
yes. I watched this video.
So you saw the videos.
I
So
did.
people
Yep.
In the market could tell that they were actually distillers. They knew where to buy their brew from.
They could see the top of the
They
hat.
could see the hat.
hmm
They also worked around a lot of grains. So when they worked around a lot of grains, what did they have? Cats.
Got to
To
keep the
mice
rats
away.
out.
Yep.
They had big cauldrons because they were making mash.
Yes.
They also had brooms. Pretty common when you're sweeping
Sweeping up
up,
the grain.
Yep.
right? Thus, women were your distillers.
Love it.
Now, it's debated throughout history, and you'll appreciate this as well, Big Red. Part of what happened through the witch trials was that men wanted to get into the distilling industry because they found out women were making a whole lot of money.
I'm sure.
And
It's
that's
amazing what money's driven people to do.
it is amazing. But that is part of what contributed to the witch trials. And it also, to this day, contributes to our modern day perception of witches.
What the witches are.
What the witches are and what you see as witches.
Pointy hats
So-
and all that. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So-
my favorite story of witches ever.
So me being of
That
Scottish
was the
heritage.
best story of witches ever.
Oh, thank you. But not.
I didn't know.
What clan?
it's- I'm sorry.
What clan?
McCullough.
Campbell.
All right. So,
Scots Irish, but still.
Yeah. Scots Irish as
All
well.
right,
I'm a
you-
McCall.
Okay.
Level.
All right. There you go.
You're what?
Level.
Level. So Anyway, so that was kind
Campbell's
of
like the stepchildren
yeah.
of the
So
of all
if
the
you
clans.
notice on the Three Witches,
Yeah.
and you see the T-shirts of I am the granddaughter of the witches you couldn't burn. I don't know if you've seen those.
Yep.
The grandson of the witches
We have
you
grandsons
couldn't
too,
burn.
yes.
Yep.
Scotland actually came out with a tartan that was an apology to all the women that were falsely perceived
Wow.
as witches. And on the back of our T-shirts, you'll see in the back symbol of the Three
The
Witches.
tartan's on
Oh,
there.
you got that
tartan.
tartan? That's
yeah,
great.
we have those
Is
shirts
the
too.
tartan
I'll
to
send you
urge
one.
the women.
That's awesome.
That is cool. I'll have to look up that tartan
Yeah.
because I want to keep a swatch of that.
Well, I'll send you one of the Three Witches grandson
Yeah, the
shirts.
actual shirt is on the Three Witches TikTok.
Yeah.
I
That's great.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
I
will
will
wear
send
that
you one.
proudly.
Absolutely. So just some fun historical facts and why we named it the Three Witches. You know, my daughter, myself, and
Mhm.
you know, we just felt like that was the way to go.
Okay.
So,
That's an awesome story.
and we want women to like this because I've gone to a lot of distilleries with my husband. I am the bourbon wingman.
You're the
Well,
one that gets all the merch.
I have a T-shirt. I
got the
buy
merch.
all the
Yeah,
merch.
yeah.
That's what I do. I buy the merch at the
Oh,
distilleries.
listen, you got a T-shirt for that.
Yes, I have a T-shirt for it. I buy the chocolates. I buy all of it. Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
There's not merch. You name it. I got
And I
it.
buy
Barbecue sauce.
a little bit of bourbon.
He buys
Now,
There you go.
Just
Yeah,
a little bit.
Odin buys the bourbon.
Mhm.
So, and there's not a lot of bourbons out there that I like
Sure.
particularly. Women just like something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And so I really
Well,
wanted to get
And I was saying to
something
you
out there.
earlier, my wife can't find a bourbon that she likes.
And I really
So-
can't wait for you to put that to the challenge with the
Yeah.
Three Witches.
Oh, I will.
I really
Yeah.
hope you guys do that.
And I can't wait to give this a try for Mrs. Big Red, who is a huge whiskey person.
She is.
And we can get into the background of how I got started in whiskey in college just because of her. But I can't wait to get a little bit of this to her to get her opinion.
I can't wait to hear
And I will do my best to get her to agree to be on camera, at least voice or something to do a review of it blind because I'm
it. Even if she
Curious.
just calls me.
There you go.
I'm
Just
curious
call
to
me.
see
Yep.
how she responds to
I would
this.
love that. I would absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. So what do you guys, I haven't heard anything out of you guys. Where are you at?
Oh yeah. So we've talked about, and they've said everything basically that you can about the looks and the nose. There is some sweetness. There is some of the kind of dark fruits and stuff like that. I do get the kind of smoke notes to it.
Yes.
And I will say this: I have had
Definitely smoky.
bad experiences with barbecue whiskey. I got one as just a joke, and it ended up being really good in a crock pot with some ribs and some other stuff.
There you go.
Good for cooking.
Oh, yeah.
That's all it's good for. I've tried multiple cocktails and everything, nothing else. The first couple of sips, you get kind of that smoke, but there's no burn, no heat or anything. The second sip, a little bit on the back tongue. There's a little bit of burn to let you know it's there, and it gives me an idea of what I think the proof may be. And so we'll play a guessing game. And there's a touch of the smoke in there, and the nose and the palate very much agree with each other. I very much think
Really?
that I've had many drinks of different kinds, bourbons, and others that have lied to you when you get the nose.
They do lie to you.
I think that's her mantra.
Yes.
Mhm.
Men and
It is.
bourbon lie to you.
Yep.
Yes.
I
That
will
is my
agree with
problem.
that.
That is my problem with bourbon. I smell something and I'm like, oh, this smells amazing. It's cinnamon, it's vanilla, it's caramel, it's toffee. This apricot's is going to be amazing. And I sip it
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's ass. It's
Especially
horrible.
when it's apricot. Yeah.
It's just ass. I can't. Fire burns. Nothing matches. It lied to me again.
But this very much nose, palate, finish, everything is in real high harmony with each other. What you see, what you smell, what you taste is exactly what you're going to get, and it very much aligns.
So it's honest.
It
Yeah.
is extremely
And
honest.
See,
I would
so,
call this one of the more honest bourbons I have ever had.
so Red, while you've got a connection between the aroma and the palate, I did not. But my sinuses are shit, and we already know that. But it was, to me, I loved the dichotomy of the two. Because to me, the aroma had its own bag, its own pleasantness, and the palate got to have its own different experience. So that's why I was good with that. And by the way, I took a sip maybe 5 minutes ago, and I still have the finish.
Oh, that's
I
excellent.
love that.
Yeah, this is one of the longer finishes I have ever had in anything that has been in a cup of mine.
And it goes down, and for me,
Mhm.
it goes down, and then it warms from the bottom.
Sure.
up.
It's a very
So
good
you get
Kentucky
that-
hug.
Yeah, you get
Mhm.
that
Kentucky
really.
hug. I love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, you really get that nice.
Just like
warm-
when you have some Kentucky coffee in the morning.
Yeah, it's to me, it's like brandy on a really cold winter
Right,
night.
right,
You know how
right.
you get that warmth that just warms
Yep.
you from the inside out. That's what I wanted, and not a burn.
if I'm freezing in the mountains somewhere and a Saint Bernard
Right.
shows up
You
with
want
a
some
barrel
free
on his neck,
witches.
I would
Which
be
we will be
extremely
tomorrow.
happy.
There, that's right.
Be extremely happy with this in the barrel if he shows up to rescue
Oh,
me.
good. For as cold as it is in Florida tonight, we picked the right night for it.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
So now I don't really think I've given my 2 cents on it, but it's
Let's hear
hard to top what Big Red just dropped on us here. I'd sediment all of that. My take is the finish. The finish. The finish stays with you. It hangs on like a good friend.
Yes.
It sticks around and reminds you, hey, man, I'm here. That's all I can really say. I mean, it's great on the front side. It's great on the mouth. It's fantastic on the finish. You have an all-around product there.
I can't wait to pair this with a good cigar.
And I can't wait to taste this a year from now.
Yes.
When it has aged a little more. I'm sure it'll get that much better.
Well, and one of the things that we were talking about doing on a release, and we may do, and being from the construction industry, 34 years, and you as well, in the construction industry, you know that when we travel on the road, they call us road dogs.
Road dogs.
Mm-hmm. We're road dogs. So one of the things that we've thought about doing, and I think we're probably going to go there, is in our 5-gallon barrels, loading up a tractor trailer and driving it all over the country to every construction site we can find.
There you go.
And have the guy sign the trailer and then put those signatures on our first label coming out.
Holy
That's
shit.
awesome.
That's an awesome idea.
So
that is cool.
That might be the first thing that we do. We're
That's
working
great.
on it.
And I got to tell you that I love a story. Every bottle that I've had that's had a story attached to it changes the experience for me. So, and you guys have got a hell of a rich story.
Well, like I said, our community where we live in Tennessee, and we have a lot of Amish and Mennonites.
Sure.
But
I know
we have
Chico was a couple Mennonite. Does that count?
maybe.
Okay.
But we have people that have been in that community for generations, and generations.
Indeed.
And they haven't left. And, that's hard in and of itself. When I went to the county council and told them I was going to open a distillery, I thought they were going to hang me like the witch out front. I really did. I really thought for sure I was getting burnt at the stake right then and there. But I tell you what, I watched the Crypt Keepers. That's what I call my county council. And they love calling them that. These bunch of old guys.
Kitties.
Oh yeah, they never laugh. They never smile. They just sit over there in the corner and
they recite Vogon poetry for fun.
You would think that in Tennessee they would have a more favorable opinion of that.
Well, the church up there is real strong. And I'm coming out with 3 Witches Distillery.
And to be fair, several distilleries are in dry counties where they're not even allowed to sample their own product without crossing county lines.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so there is a little bit of back and
the
forth.
hurdles, right? Yeah. So I go to the Crypt Keepers, and I'd already filed the paper that I was supposed to file. So now they can't change any laws to stop me from doing this. So here I am walking in, beating on my chest, going, "Okay, I am woman. Hear me roar, and I'm starting a distillery, and that's it. You can't do shit about it now. Ha ha. I filed the right paper, right?"
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, these Crypt Keepers all turned into 13-year-old kids.
Oh boy.
And started laughing and having the best time. I remember my grandma was running moonshine up in these hills.
Love it.
And oh my God, they were as happy
crazy
as they could be and telling me stories. This county was built on coal and moonshine, and damn it, we ain't been the same since they outlawed both.
Love
and,
it. Love it.
They stood behind us, and they're like, "What do you need me to do?" I said, "Stand between me and the church, please." And they're real excited. They're real excited to have jobs for the community.
Yeah.
And jobs that, we have to leave the mountain to do anything. It's 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a trek. And especially when you have children in school and you're trying to get back and, all those things, it's really hard. So they're really excited about we're going to try to move everything into our county in Tennessee eventually, and step by step.
That's awesome.
So we're working on it, and have the women in there bottling, and we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff and bringing some of our old moonshiners in too, to, and they've been, like I said, they've been so supportive. They even have a old still that they confiscated and lock up in the police department, and they're getting that to us.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
They're donating it to us.
Copper stuff.
So yeah, so they're doing great stuff.
Is it illegal in Tennessee to still moonshine without a license?
I think so.
Well, you can
I
say
think
yes, no, maybe.
I think
don't know.
distilling with the intent to distribute is what
Yeah.
the issue is.
Would
So
be
it's the intent
Mhm.
that matters.
I think it's the amount that is produced and the intent you produce it with
Mhm.
that borders between acceptable and illegal.
I have
'Cause
plausible
I won't-
deniability
So
on
a
any of it.
300
I don't
gallon
know
still
anything.
in 1,000 bottles might get you in jail.
I don't
Maybe.
know anything.
But what General's done in his home kitchen will not.
I
No.
hope not.
Yeah, Big Red's history of experimenting at his house, and the General has had several of those experiments, probably don't count because most of them don't leave the house, and I don't sell any of them.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
No money has ever changed hands. It is
Exactly.
for mine and my friends, so that is probably fine.
Maybe.
Well,
Okay.
I just have to say, Whiskey Witch, Whiskey Odin, I have to say thank you all very much for sharing this segment with us.
Absolutely.
No problem at all.
Putting what's in our glass from your home and your hearts has just been amazing. So
No,
thank you
I'm
so much for sharing.
So
Appreciate you
thankful
having
that
us.
you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I'm
oh yeah.
so thankful. And Nick is going to be so happy to hear this.
Yes,
he
Good.
will.
From
He will.
Tennessee
Well,
to Florida.
Yeah.
We
That's
can't
it.
wait to talk to Nick next.
Oh, absolutely.
Nick next.
So
Nick next.
Nick next.
Nick,
that's
Yes.
right.
So we'll work out something and we can get maybe.
You guys
Maybe
might
get
just
him
have to
on-
come
on
up to the
Why don't
barn,
you just come up to the Valkyrie Mountain and stay the weekend and
and you can
Heck,
talk to
are
Nick
you
in
twisting
person.
my arm?
Here.
I would.
Dinner.
Twist harder.
twist harder, twist harder.
Don't
Look.
do that.
We have cabins on property, and the horses are there, and the whiskey is there, and the bourbon
You
is
can
there.
drink and ride.
and
There you
drink
go.
and ride.
Mhm.
And hopefully, eventually, we're gonna have weekends where we're gonna bring people in and actually teach them to distill,
Mhm.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
and then they
So,
can bring their own barrel.
Once we have everything in place,
So
yeah.
that's a segment for another time. but
Yes, yes,
somebody turned me on to a distillery experience
That's
where you can spend a little bit of money and you get to go with the distiller. This is over in Flagler
Mhm.
at one of the distilleries out there, and out of it you get 250 bottles.
Oh
Oh
wow,
wow, that's a lot.
That's
I'm
a-
like, that is really tempting, is what
That's
that
gonna
is.
be a lot of money.
It's not that much,
there's
Really?
honestly.
I
Yeah.
know somebody.
But isn't that all relative?
It's all relative, and I know some distillers that I've met through connections I have, and I ended up learning that their family is a local distiller,
Mhm.
that I'm particularly fond of some of their products. And yeah, they're doing a class. And
Yes.
it's, I can't remember if it's a 5 or 10 gallon barrel, but they walk you through the whole process.
Yeah, see, that's
Yep.
what we're thinking.
And everything, and after they age it for a certain period of time, and you can pay a little bit more to get a slightly bigger barrel if
Yep.
you'd like. And I'm just like, oh, I've supported them
It's
for
up
a
to
little
50
while.
gallons.
Really?
Oh yeah, if you're
Yeah.
willing to add extra to it, and the price goes up accordingly, and it goes up
Do they
exponentially.
allow you to create your own mash bill?
They help you define your mash bill,
Yep.
and you actually the first one, it's like a 5 or 6 course thing they do over an extended period.
Yep.
And they talk about the process, and they help you refine your mash bill. And bourbon, for example, we all know minimum requirement is 51% corn, and the
Yep.
rest of the mash bill from there is
Oh,
the
yeah.
sky's the
Whatever-
limit.
Whatever
Yep.
you want to
Do
do.
whatever you want it. So I've been trying to convince Mrs. Big Red that I need to do this for reasons.
I've done the
Well, you
same thing
can-
with Mrs. General.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you guys come up to our place,
Okay.
Well,
and
we'll
I'll
have to-
teach you to distill,
We'll have to
and we'll
work on
do
that.
it together.
We appreciate the invite.
Absolutely.
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys being here.
Yep.
We thank you for the sips today, the bottles you provided for us. You're leaving with us.
Absolutely.
And we hope you guys have an amazing trip going back. Be safe.
Yes.
Be sound, and
Will do.
We'll see you when we see you.
Yep.
Appreciate it,
Thanks,
guys. Mhm.
Thank y'all.
And I hope everyone enjoyed that. I know I certainly enjoyed being a part of it. I feel blessed and honored to actually have been able to participate. I know that seems high, but at the same time, it was such a neat experience.
Oh man, I just there wasn't enough time. They only had a short few hours with us. They couldn't stay. They had to keep moving on because they had other stops to make. I just can't wait to reconvene someday at
Valkyrie Mountain Farms?
Valkyrie Mountain Bar
At the bar, yes.
and the farms too. I'd love to see the horses too.
Yeah, well, there's a lot that they've got going on up there, and it will be very neat to take that trek. So,
Oh, for sure. I can't wait. All right, folks. That's episode 8.
the Ocho.
Here's to good bottles, good friends, and knowing damn well when not to mix the two.
May your pours be honest, your company be solid, your hazmat stay far away from any red solo cups. Cheers.
Cheers. thanks for talking shit with us today. And yo, thanks for talking shit with Lumpy and X. Breaking it down till there's nothing complex. Riding the beat as we close the show. Catch you next time on the late night flow. Spin the dial, rewind the tape. We keep it real, this ain't no escape. Laughs and truth served raw, not sweet. Mic drop, Lumpy and X bring the heat. Hey yo, thanks for talking shit with Lumpy and X. Dropping truths and making you reflect. We out like a jammer, smooth and slow. See you next time where the convos glow. Words in the air as the beat fades out. Lumpy and X, that's what we're about. So keep it locked till the very last say. Thanks for talking shit, we out today.